So this video is for anyone that is going through change in their life and having trouble coming out the other side, or is not sure where it's going, or what to do, or might feel a little lost. Or this video is also for people who want to make a conscious change in their life, but are missing some pieces or some tools to help them through the process. So what I want to talk about today is a few key ingredients that are necessary for you to make conscious change in your life, act on that change, and to help you come out to the other side feeling confident about the direction that you're going in. So the first thing that everybody needs to have to make a conscious choice and change in their life is sufficient vitality. So everybody has varying energy levels. A healthy body with a lot of vitality and a lot of energy will have an easier time, and a person in this with a lot of health and vitality will have an easier time coping and dealing with change than a person who is worn down or very stressed out or very overloaded, or just very unhealthy or has a lot of chronic issues, health issues. So you need to have a certain amount of energy, and the amount of energy you need to have is directly proportional to the amount of change you can handle. So this means when you're going through change, supporting the physical vitality of the body through nutrition, through adequate work, through adequate rest, through meditation, through things that help build energy, stretching and being in nature, and just staying in a positive mindset. These are things that help improve your physical vitality. And when you have more energy and vitality, you can handle the change better. Now, why is this? Now, there's two reasons. One, the first reason is because whenever you need to have change in your life, or are making change in your life, there's a series of new actions required that you're going to have to take. So number one, do you have the energy and the vitality to actually perform the physical actions that you need to take the change? And two, and I think this is probably, it's just as important, but it's probably less known, and sneaks by people, is you need to have the vitality to process the emotions and the attachments that you have had. And this can be a very, very big deal. And I don't think it's given its enough due. So whenever you experience a negative emotion, it will drain your vitality. A positive emotion will typically feed your vitality. It will give you energy, and negative emotions take away your energy. So if you are very attached to a certain way of thinking, or a certain belief, or a certain expectation, or a certain behavior, or even attached to a certain person or location, the longer you have been attached to that person, place, or thing, or ideal or belief, the more intense that attachment has been, the more negative emotions will arise when you have to let go of that thing. And so the greater the negative emotions that come up, the more vitality that you have to process these emotions. So without the vitality, you can't process all of these emotions, and usually doubt, fear, insecurity, or guilt, or grief, or shame, or whatever it is that you have to process to let go of your current situation or current way of being. The longer that attachment has been there, the deeper the emotional response is, the more it's going to take out of you to do that. And so don't underestimate how much time this can take. Sometimes very deep attachments and very deep ways of being can take months or even years. And you have to be able to recognize the attachment to be able to let it go, and you have to be able to not be afraid to express it, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and finding healthy ways to express it. So I don't think people give this part of change enough importance, but I think this is really key also for another reason, because when you're going through change and emotions are swirling high and you have to let go of something, whatever you feel that's coming up is the filter of your perception that is blocking you from seeing the correct direction or path to go. And this is a really important point, because reality, you project outwards onto your reality what you're thinking and feeling, and you label what you see in the external world according to how you think and feel on the inside. And if you are in a bad state, the life might be giving you opportunities to make the changes that you want to make, but if you haven't processed the negative emotions associated with the change, all those opportunities that come to you you're going to mislabel them because of the negative state that you're in, and you're not going to perceive them as opportunities. You're going to perceive them as more roadblocks, or label them as something else or something that you want to do, or you just won't see how those opportunities can get you to where you want to go. So having the vitality and the energy to process the emotions, super important for making a conscious change in your life. The second thing that you need to have for change, making conscious change in your life, is you have to create the space in your life for the change to come. And so if your day is filled, stack full from morning to evening, with commitments of all sorts, whether it's family, whether it's work, it doesn't matter. We're very busy in society today, and if your day is full, you are, by your actions, not allowing any new things to come into your life. So to create the space in your life for something new to come in, a very important question that you have to ask yourself is, what do I have to let go of to make room for this new thing that I want in my life? And you have to be honest with yourself about whether you can even let go of anything or not. It's a very good question to assess your willingness and readiness to change. If you're not willing to let go of anything, to create space in your life for something new to come in, then quite honestly, you're not ready for change quite yet. And then you go back to question number one, which is, how much energy do I actually have? Because if you're not willing to let go of something, that can show that at a deeper level you don't have the vitality to process any of the negative emotions that come up associated with the change and the letting go of process. So you have to be willing to let go of something in your life for something new to come in. This will create the time and the space. If you have enough energy, then you can take the actions required and you can process whatever emotions you have to. And you can then sort of assess if you're going in the right direction for the next question or the next thing, which is there has to be some type of emotional payoff with the process that you're going through. You've got to have your compass, and you've got to know your direction, and this is measured for most people by, do they enjoy it? Or, the change that you're making, are you doing it because you have to, or because others are pressuring you, or because of societal conditioning, or that's because what everyone else is doing, or you're just not sure what else to do? You've got to have some type of either joy, happiness, excitement, passion, or some positive emotion. Everybody, I think, will label it and experience it differently, but that is your compass. And I think where people lose lose it here is, in this step, is they look specifically and only at the end result of the change, as opposed to the entire process and the end result. And so if you're wanting to make a change, or let's say you've just got a goal that you want to achieve and you have to make some adjustments in your life to achieve that goal, if you're looking specifically only at the goal, that is just one moment of the entire process. And so if the entire process, people will try and make a change and they'll start doing something, but they won't enjoy it. So they'll get bored because they don't like what they're doing to get to where they want to go. Many people live their lives like this, and they will just continue to plow on and muscle on or push through until, after months or even years spent, they get to what they want to achieve or goal or accomplish. But really it's just a moment, and if all of those moments leading up to that end goal or end result were not enjoyable, then I would say what's the point? You've got to have some happiness along the way, and now that doesn't mean there won't be challenges along the way that will test you, because there usually are, but you've got to enjoy the process. And if you can't enjoy the process moving to the goal that you want, then I would say that's a pretty good indicator that the change you want to make is not true to you. It is coming from somewhere else, either other people or society or just even your own ego. And it's not really a true barometer of what you should be doing or where you should be going in your life. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, that's it. So the three things: you've got to have the energy for the tasks, for the emotional processing. You've got to create space in your life for something new to come in, and you've got to be able to let go of something for something new to come into your life. And to know whether you're going in the right direction, you've got to be able to enjoy not just the end result, but the process along the way. So that's it. I hope that helps, and thank you for watching this video. Take care.